What do you do in a real emergency? I'm Jason for AwakenedEssence.com, and there is one currently underway right here where I'm staying in East Gippsland. There is a huge bushfire less than 20 k's away, and it's been blown in this direction. Just had grey stuff, grey muck and raindrops falling out of the sky, lightning and crazy wind stuff, and black leaves falling out of the sky that have been taken up to several thousand metres and then come down cold, but they're like charcoal leaves. So how does that apply to your spiritual practice, and what do you do when things get really out of hand? This is the test. This is how this stuff's measurable. And what you need to be aware of is your body. Step one always. And choose to be self-honest. How are you feeling? Like, as I feel inside, I can feel the fear around here. People's houses are currently being burnt. And this sort of weather, 40+ degree day with huge winds and dry lightning. I've never had grey muck fall out of the sky. The cars are a mess, everything's a mess. What do you do? I feel like I'm standing in a hairdryer. That's how hot it is. 40+ weather. And the emergency app has fires everywhere around here. Big fires. The smoke's going up 8,000 metres. So your practice, your ability to enter presence gets tested in times like this. What would you do if you were told you had 5 minutes to get out of the house? Obviously, we've had warnings. My car is packed with everything I would be happy with if everything else got wiped out in the fire. This is where rubber hits the road. How are you going to deal with that? I'm not worried. I feel very, 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 very peaceful. And being a Kiwi and having spent many, many months in the mountains, avoiding death frequently, my bush gut's pretty good. So I know I'm okay. And this phone may bleep while I'm making this video. When it comes to your practice, when it comes to mastering your presence and your emotional equanimity, your capacity to be here with regardless of what crap's going on, comes down to you following the laws of grace. I was wanting to do a video today on the fact that there's going to be a launching of the laws of grace online. It'll be in a closed Facebook group so we can cover the things properly and people can ask questions. There will be a mastery club, which is a subscription based limited number for people that are serious, where we have weekly online meetings, we have research topics, we have peer reviews, we do all sorts of things to help us deepen our practice, get specific on what's required so you can awaken fast. This website has been up since 2012. And I've said 2 to 4 years to mid non-abiding, as defined in this website, as defined by Adyashanti, is totally possible if you apply the laws of grace. They are mathematical. Why is that? Because they are specific. And if you choose to have a spiritual practice that you can monitor, that you can literally measure, then you know if you're here in presence. And the laws of grace and what I teach here incorporate not just this mind stuff and all the spiritual stuff, but it incorporates your unconscious mind, your psychology, your personality, your ego, which everybody seems to hate out there on Facebook land and in spiritual groups. If you don't have an ego, you're dead. We develop them from age 3 onwards for a very good reason. They are needed. Otherwise, you are like a baby, useless, dysfunctional, and can't operate. Okay? So, when you understand the relationships of how to awaken, how to be present, how that fits with you, your person, as well as your spiritual nature, your body, your environment, your planet, then you really do solidly awaken. I can hear my voice. I'm so grounded right now. It's a good time to be grounded. So, have a think, look at the website. The videos there, if they make sense, and I say make sense, not whether you like them or not. If they get up your nose, why are they getting up your nose? Because if you like vague stuff like Advaita, this non-doer stuff, you are going to get nowhere. This is how it works. You can probably hear the thunder coming through, eh? That means lightning into tinder dry forests that they're dying because they're so dry. Right? Be here. So what we'll do in the Mastery Club and in the online course is you will go through it, you practice it, master it, you will literally get a very clear indicator of what's required and how long it will take for you to hit mid-non-abiding, or indeed full abiding, if you do what's when you fill out the questions I'll be giving you. I've run this course since 2015 a few times, and it's interesting to see the results later and whether people apply that material or not, and if they change or not. Shift is significant if you do, and that's why the Mastery Club is there to give that ongoing support with clarity in a supportive community. As part of this process, I'm also going to bring in the material at Student Success Tutor, where I talk to students, literally the same material, how to turn your whole neurology on for learning, as well as the neurology in your body, to get through studies, to get motivated, to deal with your stuff. So we will cover the logical stuff, the scientific stuff, neuroscience, as well as the spiritual stuff, and where everybody goes off on tangents and can waste many decades, if not lifetimes. When you're clear on what's required, and this is why I say it's mathematical, you move fast. It took me 5 years, and I did a lot of learning. I didn't have a teacher like me that had the clarity I did, although I was sitting with a teacher who was reasonably okay. He had a lot of agendas, got to be careful of that. Right. And what we're going to do with this course, the online course, and the Mastery Club, is we're going to see if we can bust these laws, and we will refine them. And then we will have evidence of numbers of people that this stuff is what I say it is. It embodies the teachings of Tolle, it embodies the teachings of Adyashanti, and in places I contradict them because I've got specific. Grace will come faster if you are ready, because grace knows if you're ready or not. It just says you can't push grace. Well, I say you can, because if you're ready, grace gives it to you because it knows. And when you look at all the different teachers and the different masters that have been on this planet, if you understand their life and what happened to them to get to that place of what I define here as abiding, awakening, enlightenment, they all did the same stuff that fits in with these laws. Doesn't matter how they teach. Doesn't matter how to Sadhguru Jagi Vasudev teaches and all the stories and what he teaches about. That man is way enlightened, but if you listen to his story and how he got to that place and the things that happened to him, they fit. Same with Nisargadatta. Not sure what happened with Tolle, but he went dysfunctional because he wasn't ready. So this is where you train yourself to be ready to be the nothingness incarnate in a person and dealing with life stuff. As everything goes still, and I don't know, I wouldn't have picked it up, but black leaf just fell out of the sky. Your spiritual practice will have a massive impact on your life. How you can respond to situations. This stuff's worth knowing. It clarifies what's required and will save you many decades. So Any questions, send an email through the contact form or make contact. I'm Jason for AwakenedEssence.com.